go.
Welcome to Tears of a Clown Child. It is time for you to witness the tears of a clown. Crazy day today. You know what I mean? Italian food with the one and only Mike Recine. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Can you get him?
This is my world, man.
Obviously, this is a great time to talk about Mike's podcast, Out for Smokes, a podcast about fatherhood and all the things that happen between. How you doing today, Mike?
I can't complain.
So, Mike, you're a garbage man, yes?
Yeah, sure am. And not just picking it up, I eat it too.
Yeah, that's the service you provide. Is you biodegrade yourself with your own mouth, which is amazing. Real quick, shout outs to October Ryan and Bun in the Coven for the subs, as well as.
Can you come in here and grab him, please?
As well as Balls McLong
I'm on the
Dog.
show, he's yelling.
Thank you, Asina Mazna. Thank you for Chelsea Nadine for the sub. That's okay. That's okay. I get it. This is what I deal with all the time. Yes, absolutely, Tirzo. Thank you so much. We got Tirzo here, of course, as always. Tirzo's not been shot in the head or anything yet.
I did not mention Tirzo when I asked Mike to be on the show, and I'm realizing that's a hell of a curveball to just throw out.
I think my kid's crying now, by the way.
He can come back in here if you want. He can come back in.
God, it's so. Don't make it worse, Tirzo. Don't be more terrifying.
Mike, we wanted to have you on because we wanted to do Italian food, and you are you're one of the major Italian members of my friendship community. You even sold your own pasta sauce. I feel like you're an authority on this. What do you have to fucking say for yourself, Mike? You fuck.
I guess, yeah. I love Italian food. Bread, pasta, sauce, cheese. I like it all.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, I think we have a challenge this week because a lot of times there's some little stinkers in the mix. There's real, easy to shit on things that we can just throw in the F tier category. But really, I feel like it's going to be hard to hate on a lot of these. There really isn't that much bad. I really tried.
Absolutely, absolutely. Real quick, too, Cheesy Manicotti, thank you for the sub. And just real quick, I want to throw it out there. Oh, I'm dead serious. That person just subbed. I just want to throw it out there. Thank you so much, everybody who subs to the channel. All the subs will keep this channel going. If you have Amazon Prime, by the way, you can sub to any channel on Twitch if you're choosing. Make it ours, please, for the fucking love of God. Don't make it fucking Snoogies or whatever dumb influencer that is trying to get you to, riot on the streets in New York or whatever the fuck they're doing, all right? Sub to this channel. We're good people.
They don't incite riots on Twitch. They just happen because they're so good at video games. That's fine. That's natural.
Absolutely. Look, I'm Scotch
Irish. That would be so cool if we incited some kind of riot. It was like
actually
38-year-old holding
the wall. Let's just pick a random
middle-aged men across the country take to the streets over hot gnocchi takes.
I mean, honestly,
just a bunch of guys that look like us. Yeah. Just rioting.
So this does.
They're like, what is this? Is this some pro-Palestine riot?
No, just sweaty guys talking about garlic knots. Which we will be talking about today. That is on the list. So I don't know if you're familiar with tier lists, Mike. Let's give you the rundown. Let's give Mike the rundown. That gives chat the rundown. Okay, let's give them both the rundown. The rundown is this: we have a tier list. Tier list goes from S down to F. Okay. It goes S down to F. We're ranking everything, essentially. It's a ranking, but everything can live on different tiers. We've got a lot of Italian foods to get through, so we are going to jump into this pretty quickly. But I guess all I'll say about it is also Mike, Jake, myself, we all get a veto balloon. And I'm not talking about Corleone. I'm talking about we can veto a certain, and chat as well. And chat, you have the veto balloons in chat. You can kind of weigh in that way. Everybody can get a chance. If we decide on a certain tier ranking, you can choose to pop the veto balloon to move it up or down a rank if you fervently disagree. Ben John 815, thank you so much for the sub. You're a real fuck machine. All right. Well, without further ado, I think we need to get into this tier list. Mike, are you ready for the? Do you understand the rules at all, or are you completely confused? Yes. Okay.
Hey, you just figure out what tier you want each dish in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What you like, what you think is good, and what you think is dog shit.
Now we all have to agree on it.
Yeah, I think, but that's when the veto balloons come in. I think once it kind of becomes a majority rule kind of situation, you know what I mean? Like once it gets to a point of disagreement. But we'll get in there. We'll figure this out. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's do this. What's the first one?
Arancini, the deep fried rice balls, which I feel like there's two versions of this. There's like the softball size walking around food, which I deeply appreciate. And then there's like the bunch of little ones that you get like as an appetizer that I am less excited about.
Wait, you walk around with a big arancini?
Yeah, you know, like a softball.
Like a
no cup. Yeah. Just like rub it on your shirt, shine it up like an apple, and just
like it's an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, usually it's served in a cup. It's served in a cup with
it
sauce.
Falls over like an ice cream and he cries. Arancini on the ground.
It's because I asked for 2 scoops and he's like, they don't fit. Yeah. They don't. They roll. And I was like, give me the double.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy does a whole comedy bit about it. Yeah, it'll be fantastic. I got your ice cream. You got your eyes. Anyways, I don't know, arancini. You know, I have to say, I hate to say this immediately. I'm not as familiar with arancini, especially not as familiar with it as like maybe the next several on the list. I don't know how much I have to weigh in other than, I mean, I'm looking at pictures of it and it looks fucking delicious. Do you variate what's inside of it?
I think it's really good. Yeah, you can. You could you can make it with like ground beef and peas. You could do like, you know, ham and cheese, whatever. And you serve those together. It's a nice little.
Yeah,
it's nice. It might be the best. I mean, it might be the best. It's certainly better than all the other appetizers.
And then you have your brother murdered because he's fucking up the business.
No.
So what do you want? All right, Mike, why don't you do the honors? Can you give us a lead on what do you think? F to S, so it's F D C B A S is the top. What do you give it? What would you give it?
I give it I'd say maybe a B.
You say B, why B? So B, that means kind of mid, but a little better than mid because it's what? It's a gold standard. But
mid? I'll give it an A then.
You give it
I agree with A. I agree with A.
Tier, yeah.
What does Chad fucking say? Chad?
A. Pippa says S.
Okay.
But it seems like the A's have it. It's a very strong A.
Let's go ahead. Let's make the first one easy. Let's give it an A, huh?
A for arancini.
Let's give it an A, huh? All right. Up next is bruschetta, though, right?
Boo.
What?
Boo.
I fucking
Chips and
love
salsa
bruschetta.
is the much better.
No. I love bruschetta, bro. so does Mike's kid. I don't think you've had a good bruschetta. I think you've had like weird, shitty bruschetta. It's easy, I think, weirdly, as simple as it is, to kind of fuck up a bruschetta. The bread needs to have. The bread can't be too sharp, too like, you know, cut up the mouthy. Yeah, like cut up the mouth.
I'll tell you, when my dad makes it, he'll put like goat cheese on it and then the tomatoes on top.
Yeah,
so that's nice. It's a nice. Yeah. It's a nice.
I've had too many just awful ones. Too many like bad catered events, and it's just like the bread has soaked into it. It's so easy to fuck up. A lot of people are lazy about it. I'm not. I'm like C. I'm on C on bruschetta.
I'm on B on bruschetta. I'm B for bruschetta. What are you saying, Mike? You tie break.
I could even. I mean, we could even go D if you want.
All right, then I say
yes.
It's okay.
I say we land on C then. If we're gonna be like that. I love it. I think it's one of the stronger.
All right.
It's simple. It's simple, Jack, for sure. But I think it's. I think it's strong.
I feel like you can do better. I
guess when you put it up against some of the other amazing Italian offerings. Tirzo, what do you think? All right. I'm seeing C's in the chat.
C.
All right, let's put it at C.
I'm telling you.
Let's put it at C. All right, now I think this is a big one. I think people love to eat these and then murder their family members secretly. Calzone.
You always think it's a good idea. It's a good idea, and then you regret it. You always regret it.
I've had some good calzones. Is it because you bite into it and it burns your entire mouth like lava? Is that why?
There's the lava scenario. There's the pure cheese that just like fills all of your orifices and you can barely like deal with it. There's just like the fact that you still finish it even though it's all just like dry bread. It's just dense and too much, and there are better ways to get tomato sauce and cheese and toppings into your body.
What do you think about a calzone, Mike?
You know, there's a place in Brooklyn called Lucali. They famously have like the best pizza in New York City. People start lining up at like 3 o'clock to.
I hate that. By the way, fuck you. Don't wait in line.
No, it's fun, and when you wait in line and it's actually good, you feel like you were on an adventure.
It's like but people they don't open till 5, and people start lining up at like 3 o'clock.
That's crazy.
But apparently they do have like the best pizza in the city. They only do pizza and calzones, and they're cash only. But I really think their calzone is better than their pizza. This guy just really knows what he's doing. So it's like that's the best calzone I've probably ever had. But I need you to be quiet. Daddy's doing a live stream where he's talking about calzone. This is really important.
You're pointing your child. Yeah.
Just like drew a lifelike picture of him. Is like, I wrote my first poem about you.
Please don't screw this up. I don't get invited on any live streams anymore. I need you to not fuck this up.
So one guy makes good ones. So what does that fucking mean? One guy makes him good.
But that calzone's one of the best things. But yeah, I guess across the board, I've never, because the average like pizza shop calzone is kind of, it's fine. So I guess calzone I would go. I might even go deep.
Now, Mike, my next question before we rank this: are you going to pass on the family business to your child, which will be a curse to them?
Of what, being racist?
Yeah, being racist on Twitter. Are you going to pass that down? You're going to do that for him? Yeah. All right, that's amazing.
Wait, what's the family business?
I just whatever you got going, man. I guess selling sauce out your trunk. I don't know what's going on.
No, he hasn't done that in years.
Yeah, that hasn't been years. Mike, you're a working man. You're a professional. What are you talking about? You've been paid to do comedy and whatnot. Yeah. You're just on tour, Mike.
I know, but I hope that I want to be as good a parent. He doesn't want to. He'll be terrible at comedies.
Right. That's the thing. That's awful at it.
That's the winning scenario.
Wally0237, thank you so much for the 4 months. Yeah, you don't really hear a lot. By the way, I just fucking thought about this. How many, actors, it happens constantly, but with comedians, how many comedians' kids end up getting into comedy? It's so rare. No one does.
It's usually a brother or a sibling slips in.
Yeah, you're thinking of Gallagher. I know what you're thinking of. What were you going to say, Mike?
Well, it's not zero.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people who want to do it.
Yeah. So what would you rank a calzone, Mike? I'll pretty much go with what you want to go with here.
Maybe C or D.
C, because when it's good, when it is good, it's good.
When it's good, it's fucking good, man. When it's good, it's good. It's not dog shit. Are we seeing some dog shit entries here? Do we have D's and F's in here?
I'm saying this is hard.
Yeah.
Italian food's very good, so I totally get it.
That's the real challenge here. This might be our no F run.
All right.
Oh wait. Well, next up we have my grandmother's pubes.
Dude, I suck those down. That's like angel hair pasta for me, man. I love this. Put them on a plate. Put fucking some pesto on them. Calzone is C. Calzone is C.
Yeah.
Fat C for calzone. All right, what do we got next? What's the next one?
A caprese salad. So basic, so simple.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
it is one of my favorite things in the world. This is my weird hill to die on.
Okay.
It's so fucking good. And it's not that, you can
kind of
fuck
mad
it
at
up.
you for fucking me on bruschetta if you were going to go to bat for caprese salad, because it's like very similar in my opinion.
It's extremely similar. I am being a weird asshole about this. You are correct. But when all you need to do is just have a good tomato and some good mozzarella and some good balsamic, and even the basil can be like mid basil. It's fine, but it is transcendent for me. I don't know how else to explain it.
I'm seeing
weird. People are so not really.
We're all over the map with this, dude. We're all over the map. I'm seeing plenty of Fs. I've seen an S as well, though. As someone who's Italian, lactose intolerant, and hates tomatoes, this is automatically an F. And I could kind of go there with that. I mean, if you can't do tomatoes, can you even do Italian food though? At that point, or cheese? You know what I mean? It just
that's the thing. So many people fuck it up because if you just get like a flavorless, barely ripe supermarket tomato, it's fucked to hell.
Right.
It is absolutely doomed. But it's you can make it at home real good. Go to the farmer's market, get the good cheese, get the good tomato, and you feel like a fucking chef. My level of cooking is I've drizzled olive oil and didn't fuck it up. I feel like a genius.
I just don't know about this one, Jake. I don't think we can put it above a C, Jake.
A C,
God damn it.
But even then, it's like, it's not an F. It's not gross. It's just basic ass. It's just.
I know I'm a man on an island here.
Yeah, it's. What do you think? What do you think?
Well,
Mike?
I can't veto till I know where it goes.
What do you think, Mike? Would you cry if someone gave that to you just as a dinner, or would you,
No, it's one of those things where it's like you see it on a menu and you go, should we maybe get the caprese salad because it's like, it'll be okay. But you're right. I agree that like if it's not the best, if it's not the best ingredients, it can be a little disappointing. I think that's how we judge some of this stuff, right? Like I
think you can judge that because it's hard to fuck up like spaghetti. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. If we're going, you know what? I will yield. I will actually step off my high horse here. If we're dealing with a bog standard family Italian restaurant in the suburbs, which is how I feel like most of us. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you're never. And honestly, I'd take so many salads over it. I'd take a Greek salad over it. I'd take a Caesar salad over it. I'd take. All
right. I'm taking the fresh. I'm taking the buffalo. I'm taking the fucking. What's the big ass mozzarella with the goop inside?
Burrata.
Burrata.
Yeah. I'm taking the burrata out of my mouth, and I will yield the floor.
All right,
who doesn't love burrata?
So what do we say? D or F? D probably, right?
D.
It's not terrible. It's not bad. D. It's D. It's a hard D. For that.
Tirzo, hit that veto balloon. We're putting it up to C. That's right. That's right. My love for a basic ass chunk of tomato with some cheese on it.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm actually pissed because I was totally gonna fuck you and veto balloon it down to F, but I guess maybe I'll try to veto balloon it down to a D. Hey, remember that time we all robbed that bank for all that money, and then one of us showed up with a really nice fancy fur coat to the bar and got berated by Robert De Niro? Wasn't that amazing?
No, Holden.
You're really berating me over here.
All right, please, come on, Mike. You're off the clock.
You got me in front of my wife.
All right, here we go. What's up next? What do we have? Let's take it to the cleaners.
Okay. The carbonara, which homemade, incredible. One of the best, I gotta make dinner, and then it turns out incredible meals you can make.
Yeah, what's in the carbonara? It's definitely not the pasta, my go-to kind of pasta situation. We got some borings in chat. We also have some hype in chat. We have some S's and A's. It's like ham and cream.
Or egg?
Technically, it's like guanciale, which is like pork jowl, like pork cheek.
Oh, okay. That spices it up for me a little bit. Pork jowl. That's fucking
Wait,
nice.
I've had it with bacon. Does bacon work?
Yeah, does bacon... I mean, it looks like... I mean, bacon would be good.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just some kind of pork situation, essentially.
Oh. Egg, cheese, bacon, says my beautiful Sicilian Jewish wife, Marie.
There you go. I don't know.
Honestly, Chad is very positive.
In comparison
Chad
to
is
other
overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not gonna fight with Chad or whatever and fucking have them call me whatever they want to call me. You know what I mean? Because they call me everything under the sun. All right. Man, I was doing a watch along stream on Monday. A guy came in. Oh, what?
Carbonara, it's just it's different. There's nothing really like it.
Right. It's kind of in its own lane. It should be like a X rank, X tier, or whatever.
Yeah.
I was saying, well, I was doing a watch along stream where I purposely talk over stuff we're watching, and someone told me to stop talking and that I was being a rambling C word, which I was very shocked by. So I banned him from chat.
This is the 5th time I've heard you mention this in a public setting.
Goes someone's watch along stream and tells them to stop
the internet,
talking
everybody.
So we can watch the show.
It's a miracle. It doesn't always happen to everybody constantly.
Was it you?
We just give and we give to these fucking people.
I know, right? There's such fucking words I'm no longer allowed to say in 2020. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, what were we gonna say? Carbonara, I don't have a fucking dog in this fight. I don't know. I'd probably rank it low if I was going on my gut just because I like other pastas better. But chat's too enthusiastic about it.
I don't
you
really
guys
have
are
a dog in
backing
this fight either.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up eating this. I didn't, it's never been my... It's kind of like, just to me, in my opinion, it's a little bit of like bells and whistles, you know?
Let's see what people have to say. Carbonara is the shit.
Carbonara on a menu.
Carbonara is the shit.
Carbonara on...
Yeah, what were you saying?
No, I mean, I've had it in Rome, and there's a couple places, obviously, that do it really well, but then it's also like, if you go to like a shitty tourist restaurant in Rome, you're like, all right, I guess I'll have the carbonara, and then it's like easy to, when it's not good, it's kind of, it's like mediocre. You can make it very it has the potential to be very underwhelming, I think.
Yes, I agree. Also, are you just trying to say you went to Rome to make me feel bad because like I can't go to Rome, like I don't have the ability to go to Rome right now?
Well, if nobody else has a dog in this fight, I'm just gonna say.
Rome?
If no one else is standing
when you get there.
Yeah, that's nice. I would love to do that.
I will film that for the documentary called Holden Weirds Out a Bunch of Strangers. What do you mean you're not coming to dinner? I said I'm playing on my Steam Deck.
Let's see. We've got carbonara's the shit. It's pancetta and the egg yolk and cheese. You have to stir it quick enough to not scald the egg. Also, what carbonara is to chicken parm, what soup is to fried chicken. Which I don't even know if I understand that.
I don't understand.
Who said that?
One.
Delusional Andy said that. Delusional Andy 420. So he's definitely fucking stoned. I don't know what's going on.
All right,
there.
I'm making this a poll, chat. I'm making this a poll. Poll. Boom. Making this happen. What of carbonara? I am asking.
Here's the thing. It's either B or it's like D.
Right. It's like
near the
not
top or near the bottom.
Yeah, it's like favorable or it's like less than favorable. All right, we'll wait
I'm
for the
throwing
poll.
in A. I'm throwing in A. 1 minute on the clock.
I'm not even going to vote
I'll
again.
tell you what. It's not. Voting. It's fine. It's fine. It's not as good as like I would say like a tortellini soup.
Right. Absolutely.
You don't eat a carbonara and you go, oh, I can't wait to eat that again. You go, all right.
I've had carbonaras made at home that have made me go, Jesus Christ, that was incredible. What was this magical concoction? I will say that.
Okay. While we wait, guys, I have an important video for you to watch.
All right, let's watch this.
Oh, Okay.
This is my cousin Giorgio from Italy.
Buongiorno.
Word has it, he knows Italian food like nobody else.
Oh, no.
So I took him to the Olive Garden for an Italian feast. Right away, he wanted a tour of Italy. 3 of the foods Italians love most. Lasagna classico, chicken parmigiana, and creamy fettuccine Alfredo. Plus, all the salad and breadsticks you want, all for $9.95. That's Hospitaliano. You'll love how Italian our Italian is. She thinks you're handsome. The Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
No.
I remember watching these commercials as like an 11-year-old be like, this is fucking bullshit. They make this look terrible.
Even the wine looks like bullshit. The wine
Yeah,
looked like fruit
everything.
juice. That was crazy.
Plus, I love the advertising tact of like, don't believe it's good Italian food? Wait till you get a load of what this guy we made up.
Yeah,
Yeah, this mobster guy, this caricature of an Italian guy.
Wait till your rapist
Not
cousin from
everyone with
Italy
a
comes over
receding
and
hairline.
tries it.
Yeah, exactly, too. What's he got to say after he gets a couple of those glasses of wine in him? I don't want to hear it. All right, let's do some B in chat. Let's do it in some B.
Carbonara is
That's
the
so
B.
offensive to me, though. My cousin from Italy.
Let's get this fucking guy from Italy. Do your family have fun Italian names? Like Nano or something? You know what I mean? Cousin Nano or
No,
something?
you just...
Their names are like Augustino, Vincenzo.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that's good. Love a
Yeah, yeah.
Vincenzo.
Do you ever watch him like make out with like chicks and stuff or whatever?
What?
All right. Well, anyways, we'll get into that later. What's the next one? If you remember that happening, I love a chicken. Come on, it's chicken parm, right? I mean,
I hate how easy this one is.
It's just
it really,
really?
I love a chicken parm. It might be in like a phony.
What do you love about it?
It's just
It's a fried chicken cutlet covered in
it's
cheese and
fried
sauce.
chicken
It
cutlet
literally, you can't lose.
Yeah, I just love everything in it and about it. I don't know. I just live in it, and especially if it's like a really good one. Man, I was working this. I worked in the naval yards in Brooklyn, Mike. Doing returns on clothes. There was no air conditioning. It was awful. Everyone was sweating. Everyone was miserable. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get whatever I can put in me just to get through the day. And then I remember there was just the only food option place was this one spot right across the way, and they did chicken parms. And if I didn't have those fucking chicken parms in my life, I think I would have burned that fucking.
Was it a chicken parm sandwich or a platter?
It was the sandwich. I guess do we have to delineate? We can't say this is the sandwich at all. We have to say it's the platter.
I mean, I feel like there's room in this discussion to take the sandwich into account. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's like S per se, but I think it's incredibly
definitely
reliable.
not S.
It's
Not
delicious
S at all.
Okay, this is probably the first one on the list so far that I will crave from time to time. We'll be like, I would love a chicken parm sandwich right now.
Also, of the things on this list, the chasm between the best chicken parm and the worst chicken parm is not that far.
Right. Yeah. I'll go with you on that. Mike? Very skeptical. I feel like he's immediately judging us. He's like, these aren't fucking Italians. These are a bunch of whatever slur he wants to think in his head or whatever. But yeah, go on. What do you want to say?
No, I don't have any. I just don't really like chicken parm. I think it's number one. When you make it at home, it's really it takes forever, and because you gotta bread your chicken, fry your chicken, then you gotta grate all your cheese and bake it, and it's just like for what you're left with. I think it's like I don't think I've ever had a chicken parm that wasn't like bland.
Yeah, it is bland. It's not exciting.
Yeah, it's
satisfying.
Satisfying. It just satisfies me. You know what I mean? It's like
also.
By the way, we got $1 from Jake's fiance Marie so that they could write the message chicken parm is mid. So I mean, shit. I guess we'll rank it lower than I figured we'd rank it, which is more like a B or an A. But we can rank it lower. What are you gonna say, Mike?
I think it's like hanging out with your kid. You're like, I'm supposed to be enjoying this more, and I'm not.
That's the Out for Smokes podcast, available now wherever you get the podcast.
It's so true, though. You're like, it's a beautiful day. We're at the playground. This was supposed to be fun.
Right.
Instead, I'm just sweating, and they just keep wanting to go to the swing, and then they want the other swing.
Yeah.
Now they went back in the first swing. It's like, pick a fucking swing.
And you're like, I'm like, you're boring.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But we got to get together and be dads, Mike. That'll be fun. We could complain about this some. I have command. We should just do a whole. Anyways, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll go with what we're saying. I mean, I would like it at least to be. I think it's favorable to me. I'd like it to be a B, but I understand if it needs to be.
I understand B. I was planning for B. Pleasant, but not exceptional.
Mike, what would you rank it if you could rank it?
Just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
A D.
All right.
Ooh.
I think that might weigh it down to a C. What about chat?
Yeah, that weighs it down.
I want to see chat real quick. We're not going to do a poll. I just want to see chat real quick. I want to see
Chat,
chat real quick.
I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. I've never had a chicken parm that wasn't like underwhelming. And when you put it on a sandwich, that doesn't make any sense because the bread is masking the flavor of whatever flavor was already in there.
But sometimes I want to wear the mask.
I'll never eat a chicken parm sandwich.
Okay, wow.
There's so many better sandwiches out there.
What's better? Name 5 better sandwiches.
Name 5 better sandwiches.
Yeah.
Roast pork and broccoli rabe with provolone.
Okay. All right.
Pastrami and Swiss and coleslaw with Russian dressing.
That's crazy good.
You know, an Italian hoagie, prosciutto mozzarella. But these are all great.
These are all better sandwiches than a chicken parm.
They all belong. All that stuff belongs between bread. A breaded chicken cutlet with cheese does not belong between bread.
All right. I'm with it. All right, we're going with C.
Sense?
Yes, I will say.
This is shocking.
I will say, Real Caliente in chat says lame ass Mike takes. But other people are saying you nailed it, Mike.
You hate me because I tell the truth.
Anti-Nap calls you a
now. Well, he calls me a what?
A sandwich warlock. He's saying you have dark powers.
Yeah,
that
is
a compliment.
Yeah.
Anybody who thinks that this is a bad take, go get yourself a chicken parm sandwich tomorrow with the information that you have now.
With your eyes open and your mind
with your eyes open, yeah. The truth will set you free.
All right, I say we give it a C. It a C. Yeah. Okay, great. All right, what's next? Next we've got the eggplant parm. I mean, what even is that? I know.
Okay, all right. Growing up as a piggly wiggly little Jew, this was one of the few options you could eat when we went out to an Italian restaurant, and I cherished the eggplant parm. Sometimes a fucking mess. Sometimes just slime on cheese falls apart immediately. But when it was good,
crazy right now. Chat, what is wrong with you guys? Come on.
When it's good, it's transcendent. It's the full ratatouille
nasty
revelation when it's good, and it's not that hard to make it good.
Why is eggplant parm so much better than I'm kind of blown away right now.
Eggplant parm is because the texture of it is so much better, the flavor is so much better, and it's vegetarian, so you're not taking a big piece of meat. It's like you can do a lot with, with just a little vegetable.
I'm seeing shaking heads from the production crew in this room right now. I'm just throwing it out there. Eric's all for it. Eric,
hold on. Can we get the voice of God? Eric, producer, how do you feel about eggplant parm?
Love a well-done eggplant parm. It's amazing.
That's right. Good
I'm
for
giving
you.
It to you guys.
And my wife, let me tell you something. My wife made eggplant parm the other night, and she said, I think what I want to do with this is I want to slice it up and just put a little bit of sauce and a little bit of cheese on top and bake it so we don't, and not make it like a casserole, but make them like bite size. So you still get the crispiness of the eggplant. It was like, I ate like 11 or 12 of these things.
All right, well, but I will say this.
So
crispy puts it over the top for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And what I like about eggplant parm is everybody kind of does it a little differently. You know, like your mom's is going to be different from your grandmother's, from your wife's, from yours.
Yeah, my mom sits on it like a chicken on an egg. She sits on it for an hour, and then we just slam it down.
Oh, you told me about how your mom will just point at her own butt and be like, "Let me get the slow cooker
She won't
ready."
shower for like 3 days, and then she'll sit on it. Go on, Mike.
My mom makes it topless like a TikTok chef. She puts the apron over her big titties and makes eggplant parm.
All right, fuck it. You know, I think I'm just sleeping on eggplant parm.
It's A tier.
Yeah, it's A. We're giving it A. No, No S yet, by the way. No S.
There's still time. You can bump something up. It could be S. I've had S tier eggplant parm.
It could be S. It could
very
be S.
often.
Maybe it'll be this one, Fettuccine Alfredo.
If you think you like chicken parm, you actually want eggplant parm. You want to be
yes.
Yeah, this is my problem. I'm such a meat eater that like I can't. If I have the option, I'm gonna pick meat. And so I never thought about it like that. So I'm gonna try the eggplant now next time.
But chicken is just so bland.
Right. Yeah, dude. I grew up in North Carolina, dude. I'm bland.
Sure. Yeah.
No, what Mike is trying to say, and we'll put the parm debate to rest after this because we got more dishes to go through, is a fried chicken breast is a fried chicken breast is a fried chicken breast that it has marinara sauce on top, whatever. A good eggplant parm, you have transcended one of the worst vegetables into a true delicacy.
Yes.
That it shows skill and innovation.
Real quick, we got some people wanting to really get a good gander at that tier list. I saw a couple calls like, can we pull the tier list up on the screen? Let's just really observe this right now. So far, we've got arancini and eggplant parm at A. We've got
no.
At B.
I have never seen you more hostile towards an ethnicity than this vaguely Italian-themed episode.
They keep killing their fucking cousins and shit because they're affecting the business.
Those were movies. You're confusing the movie.
It's wild what happens. You know what I mean? They'll be like, I love you, and then they'll turn around and then fucking walk outside, and then there's just three guys like, why would you fuck me? So anyways, all right. Moving forward, we've got Fettuccine Alfredo. I need to pull up some pictures of it, but I think I'm very hot on Fettuccine Alfredo.
It does. This is another one.
I love a fucking fettuccine, dude. Come on, it's so. I mean, what are you gonna call it? Bland too? I mean, I just think it's so delicious. The cream.
It is very easy to have a bland one, but I understand. Chad is going in very heavy for fettuccine Alfredo. It is heavy. It is rich. It is comforting. I can understand having a bad day and just getting a fuck off plate of fettuccine Alfredo and just getting literally blitzed out on just like carbs and fats till you don't feel pain anymore.
I want it right now, man. I want it right now.
As like
it's so bad.
A balm for people in their hardest moments. That's what I'm saying.
Mike, wait, I'm scared. Mike, what do you got for me?
No, I love pasta with hot cum sauce on it. It's
my
favorite thing.
I was gonna make a cum
Ooh,
joke
it's so good.
Boom!
Ooh,
that's why he's on the show.
Is there Italian food that you like? I mean, what are we even doing here?
No, he loves eggplant.
I never really ate it growing up. My family was, it's not really an authentic. Not that a lot of these.
There's a lot of great Italian American dishes, that.
Are you doing an Obama impression? You're like being very even keeled.
I'm just saying I never ate it growing up, and it's kind of just I don't know, it just feels like a very American bastardized.
I know, it's the problem. I feel like dog shit about my palate right now is kind of what's happening to me right now. So I don't disagree with you. I'm like, oh yeah, it is kind of fucking bland. And I love it. I love it so much. I eat like a 2-year-old. I eat like a fucking, you know what I mean? I'm just like, give me that's like how Winnie eats. She wants like 3
it's
noodles.
Just not a real, it's just not like a real Italian dish,
Some people in chat are being like, if you have sensory issues, it's very comforting.
All right, there you go. If you're on the spectrum, it's good. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I'm just reading that.
All right. I'll go with Mike's lead. Then I'll go with Mike's lead. What is it? What is good? What do you think? Is it a D? Man, it's just like it's. I might
put it a D.
Wait, what's below? Is there anything below F?
F.
Oh, you're saying F. You're saying F.
F? You think it's F?
It's D or F.
Wow.
I can't argue with the man. I
was gonna let it ride at D, but F feels so powerfully strong.
I understand. I mean, if you put it in front of me, I would eat. I wouldn't turn my nose up at it. And I probably would enjoy it.
Right.
But there's just something about it where it's like there's not really. You can get Alfredo sauce that comes in a jar. You could, like the idea of just pouring like a white jar of cum on top of your pasta that you bought at the Safeway.
People are saying veto Mike. People are saying attack this man. This was inaccurate. This was inaccurate deal so far.
Because your parents didn't respect you. You don't respect yourself to eat that fucking slop. You eat slop.
All right, we gotta go. We're going F. We gotta go F.
We're going up. We're going up. Chat.
Because chat made me want to do it.
Chat, post those veto balloons.
You're welcome,
Sub
chat.
to the channel.
People say
You
turn
can
this
welcome
tier list
veto balloons.
upside down.
You'll thank me someday.
There's so many veto balloons. I know this is gonna be. This is absolutely.
I don't care for it.
Yeah.
When I was a child, I loved it because it is.
Listen,
you
why
know,
don't you do this? Get yourself if you want to. There's just better things. You could do spaghetti limone, which is very good. Spaghetti with some lemon and some melted butter and some cream sauce. That's very good. You could do little cavatelli or ravioli with like a brown butter sauce. You would enjoy that more. You got it. Brown butter and sage. There's better things you can be eating. I want to make that clear to everybody.
All right. Well, I'm seeing an
Have some goddamn respect for yourself.
I mean, I gotta start the ball. I think it's gonna get vetoed, but it can only get vetoed up to a D at that point. Well, let's make it an F. Let's go ahead and make it an F.
We already did.
Okay, and yes, of course you did. And,
someone else already did the poll. Great.
I'm seconds from turning this stream off. People are so pissed.
Highest viewership we've had so far.
No self-respecting person eats that shit.
Yes, bold truth-telling happening live on the
it's not my fault you were abused. It's not my fault you were abused as a child.
Right. I get exactly. You can't blame. You know what I mean? I don't want to respect myself. Says.
Oh, it's really
King
close.
Sparkles.
By the way, get those votes in. It is down to the
wire.
wire.
Is it close? Get the votes in.
No, it's super close. Super close. Hit the poll. Hit the poll. It's in the chat.
Get the
oh my god.
In.
Oh no! Oh, is it happening? Is it happening? Oh my God! Last minute rally for veto.
Vetoed. We're going to D.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Chat got the veto there. That chat got the veto in there.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna.
I said, if you put it in front of me, I would eat it. But I think just the fact that you can buy that sauce in a jar,
right, and just throw it on. My stomach hurts. All right. I'm gonna go. I have to throw the gauntlet on this one. This one's high rank for fucking me, dude.
Diarrhea in a jar.
Garlic knots, bro, is high, dude. Garlic knots is high. I'm sorry.
So stupid.
It's
so
so
basic.
Good. It's so basic, but it's so good, man. It's so good.
Bread. It's just bread and grease and salt and garlic, and it's perfect. I don't care.
People are bringing up the fact that you can buy pretty much any sauce in a jar.
We're done. They vetoed. We have to move on.
Man, I'm so bummed right now because I'm looking at the look on Mike's face talking about garlic knots, and I just know that you're gonna have some shit to say. All right, what is it? Garlic knots. Come on.
Oh, I don't care. I don't rank it whatever you want. I don't care.
S tier.
Is it S? Is it S?
I think they are S tier. I think they are the most perfect execution of bread.
All right, now give me the real opinion. What would you really rank it, Mike? If this is your list, it is your list in a lot of ways. It's become your list at this point. What would you rank garlic knots if you had your druthers?
I guess like a C. I don't know. But I've never really been a garlic knot guy. Okay. I don't understand why. So you're going to the pizza shop. You're getting a couple slices of pizza. It's very carb heavy, and now you go. Let me get some more. Extra carbs on the side.
Because you're a depressed 12-year-old, and so goddamn it, you need to annihilate all feelings.
Or a comedian who can only afford a $2 slice of pizza. You know what I mean? And that extra garlic knot. But especially when they're done right, and they're rarely done extra poorly. I think it's just such a wonderful combination of true Italian food. Because in Italia, they're always eating the garlic natiados, right, Mike? Is that true?
I guess I don't really have an opinion either way, so I could just... You could just rank
Real
it wherever you
Caliente in chat says that they're singing Calabrian songs and eating garlic knots from the maximum boopity boppity.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for you. Good for you.
I don't think they're S. I don't even know if they're A. They're definitely B at the
B. No,
below.
A.
I'll go
Bump
B.
it to A.
Shit. I think
say
B. I kind of
Come on, A.
Mike kind of got me with
B.
that one. I think it's B. I think it's B.
All right.
Because they're like,
right.
they're never the reason for the season. They're always like a nice side piece. They're absolutely delicious.
Like
I don't necessarily
afterthought,
like crave garlic knots like I crave a lasagna or, something like that. You know what I mean? But I love them.
I crave garlic knots. I crave garlic.
Also, yeah, garlic bread greater than garlic knots. Yeah. Yes, Deezy Deezy. B for bread. And then Shark Bite just says, fuck you guys. So I don't know what's going on with that guy. I love doing this show. It's just so antagonistic.
We'll get over it.
How about Mike? You can't feel too bad about a good gnocchi, right? It's fun to say.
Oh, love a gnocchi.
There you go. Tirza doesn't have a fucking dog in the fight for real. What do you think about a gnocchi, Mike?
I'll go B.
Why? How come?
Well, it's like, yeah, it's fine. I haven't had it in a while.
I've never.
I think it kind of depends on the sauce that you're having it with.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna throw this down. I've never been thrilled about a gnocchi I've ever had personally. I've really never loved a gnocchi.
Because here's the thing, you can just serve it up as if it was any other pasta. Just have it be the starch in the sauce and let the sauce be the star. Or you can pan fry them and get that good crunch, that good crust on them.
You can pan fry them and get the good crunch. That's nice.
Yeah, and so it's a versatile thing. They keep well in the pantry. So like I've had countless dinners saved being like, oh fuck, let's just make some gnocchi. And it what is my wife screaming in defense of the potato dumpling?
You can put them in
soup. What
is
happening?
Says Oop Marie.
You can put them in soup and they're great in
soup. You can do sweet potato gnocchi. So like for fall with a nice brown butter sauce and sage. I mean, that's like
delicious.
That's really nice. Yeah.
At least worth an A tier.
Gnocchi feels like a kid's food for adults, which I kind of like that. I would go.
Has it feel like a kid's food?
Personally, I'm more CD. If it was my list fully, I could see B. I don't think I would personally go higher than that myself. But that is also
I'm pushing for A.
You're pushing for A? I mean, it could be A.
I'm pushing for A.
It could be A. I don't know.
It's especially good if you get them fresh. I mean, any pasta is good fresh, but gnocchi, I feel like especially. And just, it's versatile. It's great. I've never been disappointed. But then again, I am a little carb picky. Yum, yum, yum. Give me those starches. Numb the pain.
Me too.
Numb the pain inside.
Yeah.
All right.
A for gnocchi.
All right, fine. Let's give it an A. I'm
yeah.
balloon later on that one, but let's give it an A. All right. Next up, we've got. All right, come on. Lasagna, huh? Garfield's favorite. Everybody loves it. You can make it so many different ways.
I was wondering how quick we'd get to a Garfield reference, and the answer was instant.
Very quick. I mean, what do you? Yeah, I mean,
I'm less hot on lasagna.
Really?
I'm less hot on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's messy a lot of times. You know what it is? I've really never had a good one.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh man. I mean.
That's not Garfield.
Baby. Yeah,
that is
baby.
not Garfield.
Love it, dude. Love the Heathcliff representation right there.
That is not Indiana's child.
I think if it were my rank, I would put it. By the way, I cannot believe nothing has made it to S rank yet. This thing. I think the whole time we were like, there might be an F-less stream, and now we have no S. I would rank it at S personally. I think you can't go wrong with a solid lasagna. I mean, it's got it all. It's got everything Italians like: noodles, killing family members, pasta sauce, meat, good cheese. It's got everything, layers of it, I mean, it's absolutely delicious. You know what I mean? I don't know. What would you say, Mike?
Yeah. I make one every Christmas, and I make like a bolognese, like a 4-hour bolognese, and try to use I'll go to the store and fresh pasta. I do nice quality cheeses, and yeah, I mean, I don't think it gets much better than a good lasagna.
All right,
How
so
do people fuck up lasagna? What am I detecting when, when I'm
where
like,
are you eating bad lasagna? Is it like a Jewish lasagna or something?
Sometimes
like
sometimes the ratios can be off.
If it's
The
got
thing with
too much...
lasagna is when you're making it, you're like, when you're assembling the lasagna, I think there's an impulse to be like, oh no, it's too wet, but it dries out in the oven, so it's like you got to make it real wet because the noodles are going to absorb all that stuff, and then hopefully you get but I mean that's the thing, you don't want something that's like really sloppy and falls apart, but you don't want something that's you don't want like you want there to be a good amount of sauce and creaminess to it as well. So,
all right, I think S. I think S. I think big S.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to stand in your way. I understand. I just have a limited experience.
Thank you. I think it's a crime you haven't enjoyed a good lasagna. Give it an S. Also, as we're moving, I'm sure we're going to go over because we have plenty more to get through on the list. Well, maybe you'll start speeding it up a little bit, but I will say this. Thank you again, everybody, for subbing. If you could please sub to the channel, every little bit really counts to keep this channel going. Just hit that sub button right under this window there. $5 a month keeps this stream alive and running. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can stream. You get no extra charge. You sub to the channel.
It's also how you participate in the polls, and also you get the emotes. It's a fantastic proposition.
Special emotes, no ads. It's the whole thing. And allegedly, you might get free merch. All right, what's next? You're not going to get free merch. It's not happening. All right.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
I mean, come on.
I just had it for dinner. I literally just had it for dinner.
A good meatball. I mean, what's better than an incredibly well-crafted meatball? You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
So
yeah.
Good.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. Make it nice and spicy. How do you make a meatball, Mike? What do you do for a good meatball?
Me?
Yeah.
All breadcrumbs.
I do, what's that?
I do an all crumb. All breadcrumbs.
What do you mean?
I told you I have my meatball. Yeah. What some call the filler, I just make a big ball of breadcrumbs and throw it in there.
I don't even think you eat it. I don't even think this is Italian food at that point. Anyways, Mike, how are we making a good meatball? What are you doing?
I do a pound of like quality ground beef, and then I do like 3 or 4 eggs per pound, which is going to feel like a lot. And then I do my garlic, my onions, my parsley, my salt and pepper, and some pecorino cheese. Pecorino instead of Parmesan. It's got a little bit of a stronger flavor. And then what I do is I add breadcrumbs gradually till they just come together, because the breadcrumbs is what makes the meatballs, come together, but too many will make them dense. So I add breadcrumbs until I can just form them into balls, and then I deep fry them in oil. So you get a nice like soft meatball with a crispy crust.
I want to give this an S. I want an S just for Mike's meatballs.
It is. And are you? I mean, you put it in the pasta with sauce, or you is that? I mean, is that generally how we're eating them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like them on the side because I don't want the sauce to make the meatball like wet,
Right.
So I try to put just a little bit of sauce on the meatball so you can still get the
right.
Crispy,
it's like your neighbor fucking your
outside.
old lady. It's not good. It's not good. I agree.
Well, it depends on how your old lady feels about her neighbor.
People really want to try your meatballs, buddy. That was a great description. I'm going with S for my damn self. What about you? What about you guys? We go with the spaghetti and meatballs being S?
On top of spaghetti all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. That's an S, baby.
All right, put it at S. That's delicious. I want that meatball. God, I want that meatball. All right, what do we got next?
You got to fry them in a nice like neutral oil too. They'll get real crispy.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it, man. Actually, I might hit you up for that recipe because that sounds delicious. Pizza margarita. It's a pizza margarita.
Yeah, I didn't know how to describe Italian restaurant pizza as opposed to pizza place pizza, and I this was the term that seemed to be the most prevalent.
What are we saying about a pizza margarita?
So it's like a Neapolitan style type of pizza. Yeah.
The kind where it's not explicitly a pizza restaurant, but they have pizza also on the menu with everything else, and it comes on that little elevated tray thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The fancy kind.
Yeah. I'll go A tier.
I think I'd hit it with an A. I don't think
straightforward.
it's not going to blow my brains out necessarily, and I'd probably prefer maybe some kind of meat topping on it at the end of the day, but a good, solid, yeah, you can't go wrong. Let's give it an A. Let's fuck with an A. All right, there you go. Next up, polenta, baby. Polenta.
Ooh. I've had very good polenta, but also like I've never craved polenta once in my life.
I mean, it's polenta. Yeah.
It's grits.
It's grits. I love grits, though. You know what I mean? I like a polenta. Throw some shrimp in there. If you had shrimp and polenta, some kind of
Real
shit
Caliente
like
says, sounds too close to placenta, don't like.
People are saying D and... wow. People are low on it. What do you think of, Mike? Where are we at with polenta? Where are we feeling about polenta?
I had it that many times. It's not like a part of any kind of, like my grandmother made it a couple times randomly.
It's not like a fundamental Italian. I didn't even know it was Italian.
It's on like a bunch of menus. It's like on all the lists I was checking.
It's just boring. People are just saying it's just kind of boring. I don't think it's gross. I'd say D. I say D.
All right.
I go C or D.
As far as Italian food goes, if we were talking about breakfast or like, again, shrimp and grits, I fucking love. But that's like, if we were talking about like, low country boils, if that was the tier list we were making, then I don't know, it might be a little different, but it's just polenta. We're talking about Italian food. Go fuck yourself. All right, let's do D.
What tier, D. Why not?
Let's do D. All right.
I forgot. Every time the sound effects delight me.
Ravioli, huh?
Amazing, delicious, S tier, incredible.
S tier, yeah, S tier.
Ricotta,
everything.
incredible.
I mean, there's so many different raviolis though too. Yeah, we got a lot of S's. Yeah, it's the classic.
Oh, when you order the ravioli and it shows up and there's only like 5 of those fuckers on the plate, you know they're going to be incredible. Like you're not even mad. You're like, oh fuck, these are going to be the fucking life changing.
All right, what's your go-to for stuff in a ravioli? What's a couple of go-tos, Mike?
I just like a nice ricotta cheese ravioli. I don't really, maybe some spinach.
Yeah.
When you were kids, they'd be like, oh, the spinach ravioli, but you can't really taste the spinach.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think S for sure.
I think everybody's saying S. Yeah, it's S. It's S. Put it at S. It's easy.
It's limitless.
I love any kind of stuffed. Any kind of stuffed food is good,
Right.
Agreed.
Anything
Fundamentally
stuffed.
true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only thing is there's can be heat issues. That's kind of the great thing about ravioli is it kind of it tends to avoid that as much as less. Like a calzone we were just talking about, right? Kind of have some burn the mouth issues or whatever. Tierzo, it's unbelievable. Your horny ways are upsetting us here. All right, what do we got next on this list? We've got risotto, baby. Risotto. What are we saying about risotto?
I'm not mad at risotto. In fact, I've had incredibly delicious risottos.
Yeah. Is it too plain Jane? Is it too simple
Not if it's
Jack?
done right. You know what it is? I feel like what's really muddying the waters is risotto has kind of been absorbed by like new American fare. Feels like every restaurant will throw shit on risotto now that it doesn't have that like, oh, you can only get this at a good Italian restaurant allure. But risotto is delicious. We can't deny that.
Yeah. I mean, people are definitely high on risotto in the chat. People are high on the risotto in the chat. What are you gonna say, Mike? What do you think? Where are we?
I went to there's a pasta restaurant in my neighborhood. I went there for lunch recently, and I was like, oh, what's like something different I can get? And I got the risotto, and I just remember being like, I ate it, and I was like, I should have got pasta.
Yeah. It's always like, yeah, exactly. It's always one of those.
It's a finicky dish. It's a finicky dish. It's not an afterthought on the menu. If like there's only the one risotto and they look kind of sad that you ordered it, you should just be like, never mind.
I mean, I don't know if it's D, chat. That's feels a little fucking harsh for me.
No, D. Risotto is not D. A B, maybe a B.
A B or a C.
Oh,
I give it a
B.
I'd say B.
That looks delicious, but it doesn't really work as a meal.
Yeah, it's good. I will say it's a pain in the fucking ass. These are probably worse version of risotto, but there are HelloFresh risotto meals, and every time Lexi gets one, I'm like, fuck, because it's like a pain in the ass to make compared to like pretty much every other HelloFresh meal. You have to slowly pour it in and mix it in, and it's just like annoying to make.
I will give a shout out to the Trader Joe's frozen risottos that like come together instantly and is a great like fuck off, gotta make dinner in 30 minutes thing where like the sauce and the rice is like cooked and everything, so it all comes together like perfectly.
Punch ass, I did it
pro
twice.
risotto.
I made it twice, okay, and then asked her never to order it again. I like risotto though. What Dad Dude Dewey, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you, man.
At tier 3, nonetheless. A tier 3.
Tier 3
that
sub.
is,
You're
that
on the
is
show next week. You're doing it.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
All right. What are we saying, Mike? What do you lead? What do you say? What do you give it?
I'll go C.
C.
Ooh.
C means yes.
I'm urging for a B. I'm urging, but I've already been pressing hard.
I'm just going C.
All right.
I have bad memories because of the HelloFresh. Yeah, man, risotto, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, wow, indeed, Real Caliente. That's right, Real Caliente, if that's your real name.
You already used the veto. You can't veto, chat. I'm sorry.
You can't veto, chat. I can veto, though, and I need to start eyeing the fucking tier. Can we bring the tier list up real quick? I just want to give a little peek here. A little peek. Okay, cool. All right, I like it. Okay. We're moving down. We're getting near the end of the list. Sicilian pizza. We've got 4 left. Sicilian pizza.
I've really pushed hard on my love for a disgusting, almost debilitating amount of carbs. And I feel like Sicilian pizza is one of the most self-destructive, beautiful foods that you can order.
This is one of the most divisive chat ones of the whole stream tonight. I mean, we literally have seen every letter of the fucking alphabet in chat just now. I mean, I'm gonna go with the pizza we were already talking about, the pizza Napoli, you know what I mean, or Napolato, or whatever. The what was it? Pizza margarita. But what would you say, Mike, if you had to marry a pizza margarita or a Sicilian pizza, which one would you be wed to?
I would marry the margarita.
What's the deal with the Sicilian?
And when the Sicilian came around, I would say, "Get out of here! I'm married. I'm calling the cops on you. You try to break up my marriage."
So you agree it's a seductive food?
I'd say, "Get away from me, or I'll get my gun."
And yeah, if they're a family member, they better watch out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's airsoft. I remember the story he told on stage. It's airsoft. It's fine.
Yeah.
What is a Sicilian pizza? Please describe, says Mayo Sommelier.
Imagine focaccia got gangbanged by angels. That's a goddamn Sicilian.
And it has to be a square. Does it have to be square shaped? Yeah.
You can a slice.
See,
like
I love
wedge of Sicilian.
See, I really love like a Detroit style pizza. There's something about it where like it's thick, but it's like the right amount of thick. It's the right type of. There's butter or lard or whatever, something in the dough. Like whenever you go to a pizza shop and you look at the Sicilian pizza, it just looks like it looks like a dead woman on the side of the road. I don't know.
Yeah, great, totally.
Like there's something like appealing. It looks like roadkill to me, like a Sicilian pizza, because picture a Sicilian pizza in a pizza shop. It's never hot. It's never like freshly made. It just kind of like sits there. It's just like that the employees are taking it home at the end of the night because it's like what's left over.
Right.
So I've never been I've just never been like a Sicilian pizza guy. I just it's just not for me. I don't think dough should be what you're tasting the most on a pizza. It's why I don't really like Chicago deep dish. And I was just never like, oh, I can't wait to eat this big hunk of dough.
Right.
We have had very different lives, Alvin. Very different lives. I have had that thought repeatedly throughout my life. And I have the A1C scores to prove it.
I mean, so we're gonna give it a what? Is this get an F? I'm not gonna fight it.
No,
it
I refuse.
Tirzo weigh in. What do you got for us, Tirzo? What do you think?
Okay, we don't have to.
They're gluten intolerant. They'll die. It will die.
All right. D or F, D or C. What are you giving it, Mike? What do you give it, Mike?
D. At the very least, D.
Yeah, what do you give it? What do you want?
A D.
Okay, let's give it a D.
All right. Oh, goddamn.
All right,
Fighting
we're giving
for
it a D.
just every shred of Sicilian dignity here.
All right, the classic, the true Italian meal, SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs, ladies and gentlemen. Did
Awful,
you just put
truly
this on
awful.
here? Did you just
I
put this
threw
on
it
here
in.
to get a
I needed
guaranteed
it.
F?
I just needed to make sure there was one F. Yes.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if your parents are going through a divorce, it's pretty fucking good tasting. I'm just throwing it out there. Nothing tastes like divorce like a good bowl of SpaghettiOs.
My brother would eat SpaghettiOs for some reason. He would like make it for himself, and I just remember it just smelled so bad.
No tomatoes have touched
like
that sauce.
Yeah. I eat all kinds of shit. I put all kinds of shit and garbage into my mouth, but like, yeah. I spaghetti. The way I would describe SpaghettiOs are like irredeemable.
Right. I mean, it's just I didn't really. It wasn't in my world. It wasn't in my life.
That was not Chef Boyardee.
Yeah,
that was not the good Sir Boyardee.
It just wasn't in there. You know what I mean?
Like my brother would make himself a bowl of like SpaghettiOs, and I just be like, I have no desire to even see what that's about or taste it or anything.
I mean, it's F, right? I mean, it's F. Everybody agrees
F.
it's F for sure. It's F. F. Yay!
Everybody's, even the pleasant memories are all like
Hitler.
my friends. Oh my! Wow! Wait, is that actually Chef Boyardee back in the day?
He rocked the Hitler
Wow!
stash. Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Yeah,
is that like
absolutely.
common
It all
knowledge?
makes sense.
Yeah. He doesn't like your people, Jake.
What you could do is you could.
There you go.
The only thing SpaghettiOs is good for is throwing at the cops at a Free Palestine rally.
All right, please, people, come on.
When you want.
We've got, all right, we got 2 left, and they're pretty strong entries. We've got an Italian sub on the docket, an Italian sub. I feel like, I don't know which way the wind's gonna blow for Mike on this. I feel like he could easily call this like pussy shit for some weird reason, or you know what I mean, or call it like dog food, or I don't know what you want to call, what you're gonna call, or
it
you
all
could love
matters.
it, or you'll love it.
No, okay. If your experience is at the Subway, don't get the Italian BMT. But there are several, especially in the New York area, Italian sub shops that are incredible.
I love that it has the letters BM in it.
Right.
Subway BMT.
Right. I don't like mixing my meats in a sandwich, and that's a problem I have. And that's a problem I have. I know that's a problem I have. I'll do bacon. Thank you for that. We've got. I'll do bacon and like chicken. Chicken bacon ranch. I like, or like a bacon cheeseburger. But outside of that, I'm not a big meat mixing guy, and I know I'm the wrong person for this take, and it's not real, and it's not good. You know what I mean? And I get, Candace and Chat Holden, you need therapy, which I get, and I am getting therapy, both couples and solo therapies. Yes, nice. which is good. So we talk about our fucking feelings a lot. Mike, how do you feel about an Italian sub?
I used to live near DeFonte's in Red Hook, and they're like a very famous, great sandwich shop. I do like their Italian subs. Like I've said before in the episode, if I can put you guys on to the roast pork with broccoli rabe and provolone, that's an amazing sandwich. It's like a Philly kind of staple. It's very good.
I've had it. It's incredible.
Sounds great.
It's great. When I make them at home, I do like I'll like braise a pork shoulder and then put sharp. It's got to be sharp provolone and broccoli rabe. The Italian sub is, it's good. I think there's better sandwiches out there. Like I said, the roast pork and broccoli rabe, the pastrami with coleslaw and Russian dressing is very good, and Swiss cheese.
Tuna salad, all the greats.
It feels like you're dancing around this particular sandwich entry, though. It feels like you're kind of...
No. Yeah, I'll give it a B.
Oh, okay. Gives it a B. I mean, so you don't dislike it. You get it from time to time.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
The more you talk about it, the actual, like, here's the capicola, here's the prosciutto, here's the salami, and it's all just like slammed together. It's good, but it's not like
it's good.
I know there's something else on the menu that will be better.
Can we look at the tier list real quick right now? Can we look at the tier list, please? Just keep it on there for a second. I think I'm going to. I got to use my veto balloon here. I mean, it's time because the next one, I feel great. It'd be crazy. And Mike, you get a veto as well if you want, and you can move up or down one. Where's Bruschetta? What do we rank Bruschetta at?
C.
Actually, no. I'm putting Gnocchi down to B. Done.
Oh my! You chose to hurt
I've never
over
had
to
a
help.
gnocchi that I've ever enjoyed more than any other pasta.
Oh,
ever.
Oh dear God! Cruel.
Ever, dude.
Cruel.
I kind of see what you're saying. It's like a good fresh pasta is it's so perfect. You're like, why do we have to add potatoes to this?
Right.
Because it does stuff. It changes the texture. It brings something new.
It just
apart.
changes the texture.
Whatever. The deed is done. We can't. It's over.
All right. Last up, we've got baked ziti. I mean, first of all, Jackie and Henry's mom's in town. You know what she makes the fucking shit out of? A great baked ziti. Zitis are incredible. Yes. Ed's mother, rest in peace, made incredible ziti. It's a great dish. It tastes like love. 8 bits. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. It is absolutely delicious to me. What do you guys think? I think S for me.
I'd say B. I feel like you graduate from baked ziti after once you're like 14 years old, you never eat another baked ziti again. But here's the thing. I have no homemade ziti in my life. Yeah. I don't have a family of people slopping that good love on me on the daily. But I really feel like, especially if we're going just basic ass American Italian restaurant, you don't look like you eat baked ziti as like your first food because like your food it's new, it's strange, it's foreign, and then you just move on to like more complex pasta dishes.
Wandering Man says Jake is unloved. It's just straight up what...
I get it in bursts, small memorable bursts.
All right, what are you giving it? Mike, what are we giving? It's the last one on the list. What are we giving it?
Yeah, I just think about when I cook, like if I make ravioli or stuffed shells or anything with like homemade pasta, I'll make it. I'll be like, oh, this is like really good. I've never made a baked ziti where like it's kind of like chicken parm for me. I've never made a baked ziti where all the flavors kind of come together and it makes something really, really beautiful. I've always kind of found baked ziti a little underwhelming, and I haven't found any ways to make it good. I prefer a lasagna. The lasagna's got a more even distribution of sauce and cheese and everything. You get more. It's more consistent, and I don't know. I've always been underwhelmed by baked ziti.
Someone in chat called baked ziti kid shoes.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm crazy.
That's a bad thing.
I guess I was busy tasting
crazy.
love. I was busy tasting love, chat.
Oh no! What is this? What is Tirzo sad for ziti? What was that expression? Just the agony of a clown on full display. Indecipherable.
Yeah, Tirzo is melting. I brought stuffed shells to a high school thing once, and it was the first time I ever felt appreciated in high school. Yeah, people are upset we didn't put stuffed shells or manicotti on the list, Jake. Unfortunately,
that is my mistake. That is my mistake. But I had to get SpaghettiOs in there. There was no room.
I think ziti's S or A. You guys think it's lower? What would you give it a letter yourselves? What do you guys think it should be?
C.
Straight up, B, D.
I give it a C or a D. I just don't think it's like I've just never. Yeah, I've always found it kind of whatever.
I say I think it weighs to a C at that point. I think it weighs to a C. Wow, I guess we found out that a lot of Italian food is completely mid. I thought these things would be higher up on the list. I'm kind of shocked right now.
You know what it is? We've compared them to each other, so within the bracket,
right?
Yeah,
yeah. What Italian foods do you think should have made this list, Mike? That did it?
Yeah, you know. Well, but maybe stuffed shells, but they're all kind of the same. It's all kind of the same shit when you think about it.
All right, let's get
Except fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh no! Oh no!
Mike, you can do the thing right now.
Crap.
You can veto fettuccine Alfredo back down to F right now if you want. Do you want to do that, Mike? You have one veto of your choosing.
It's not just because of how popular it is. I don't want to do that.
All right, people are.
Oh, but there's only one. Only SpaghettiOs is on F.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to the.
Do you
chat.
want to veto anything up or down one slot? Do you want to veto anything up or down one slot?
Let's keep fettuccine at D where it belongs. Let's bring calzone up to B.
All right, veto balloon to bring calzone up to B. I think if you guys are cool, let's put ziti at C, and we're out of here. And we've done this.
We have never broken Tirso this thoroughly. I can't believe it.
I can't believe you didn't veto fettuccine down. All right, we're putting ziti at C. We're doing calzone to B. And I think we're calling it a fucking day after that. Yeah, move that. Yep. And then it's done. Let's lock this list.
We did it.
Amazing stuff. Good work, guys. I think I need new glasses, but let me try to look at this real quick. Let's call these out as we get out of here. Thank you again, Mike. Let's run through the list real quick just to seal it in here.
Does Tirso get paid?
In
a way.
Maybe.
In a manner of speaking.
I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I think they would give him a shirt or something. Real Caliente says, Tirso Epic Meltdown. Please put a hit on Mike. Absolutely. Thank you for the $10.
Thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate you for the super chat. All right, yeah, let's look at this list real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Real quick, let's just pop up the tier list. There we go. SpaghettiOs at F, Fettuccine Alfredo, Polenta, and Sicilian pizza at D. We've got at C, Caprese. Can you read these, Jake? I'm having a hard time for some reason.
D tier, it's Bruschetta, Caprese, chicken parm, very controversial, risotto, and baked ziti. At B tier, we got carbonara, garlic knots, Italian subs, gnocchi, and calzones. A tier is arancini, eggplant parm, and pizza margarita. And the S tier, the king of kings, the most powerful Italian foods are lasagna, spaghetti and meatballs, and ravioli.
All right,
You're gluten intolerant. Why does Tirso get? Why is this right, Tirso? You can't have any of this. You'll die.
Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, boys.
Anything you want to say on your way out? Anything you want to plug?
Just my podcast, Out for Smokes, and I'll be in Des Moines, Iowa on December 16th at Teehee's Comedy Club.
All right.
And then the last weekend of January, I'll be in Minneapolis at the Sisyphus Brewing Company. So
love it.
Come and see me on the road,
is a great town.
Minneapolis is a great town. Great crowd and crowds in Minneapolis.
And if you tell the doorman Tirso sent you, you'll get a weird look from a stranger.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you again, Eric, Tirso, everybody running this thing. Thank you, Jake. Have a great one. We'll see you next week with more Tears of a Clown.